After 20 years, researchers found that those who have received the basic income and continue to receive it use less alcohol and fewer drugs, commit fewer crimes, and are more likely to graduate from high school. Teen pregnancies are also less common among them, and their average IQ is a bit higher. They are also half as likely to experience depression as non-recipients, and a third as likely to experience high anxiety. Economists have compared the total amount of money to the savings in expenditures on crime and medical care and found that by age 26, benefits exceeded the amount of cash distributed by a factor of 3 to 1. Also, very interestingly, the strongest benefit of the cash occurred in the children of families who received the transfers for the longest duration and who received a larger transfer due to having two Native American parents, scaling by household size. This supports the hypothesis that a higher amount of basic income has more health and crime impacts than a lower amount, and that the longer someone has a basic income, the better those impacts will be. This brings us to the next important factor to consider. Time is a factor. A study of basic income that lasts 1 year is interesting. A study that lasts 2 or 3 years is more interesting, especially if it isn't confounded by a pandemic. But a study that spans a decade or 2 or 3 or more is far more interesting. I've already covered some of what we know from decades of basic income. The Alaska dividend gives us over 40 years of data to examine. The EBCI dividend covers almost 30 years of data and continues to this day. It's now distributing over $15,000 a year. The 1996 SSI reform also resulted in 30 years of data. From what I can tell, having studied hundreds of cash studies, the positive results build over time, and the biggest impacts are from getting basic income to kids before they are born and never removing it. The impacts on these kids as adults are as clear as day and unimpeachable. To hold up a 3-year study done during a pandemic to argue that basic income is disappointing while entirely ignoring decades of data is methodological malpractice. It cherry picks a short, shock-ridden window and calls it truth. The longitudinal evidence draws a clear picture, and if your conclusion needs to erase the long-run record to survive, your conclusion is wrong.